I'm in the process of brining the turkey. I've got the brine stuff just finished on the stove, you know. So I came in here because A, the turkey's in here, and two, I need to make my video for today because I will be cooking this evening, sort of getting things ready for tomorrow, right? So now is the time. And I'm having a beer because I got to make room in the fridge for the turkey in the pan and everything, the brine. This is the Oktoberfest. Yeah, it's all right. I also have the Shiner Holiday beer, which it's delightful, actually. But this isn't bad. I bought a bunch of it for the party we had, and nobody drank this. They drank the holiday stuff. So now I got a case of this stuff. I better learn to like it if I don't already. Manic Mark's doing a series on reflections, reflecting on his reflections. Something like that. Anyway, part 3 was, well, the last one. The first one was remembering things that your parents said when you were kids. And when we were kids. And I don't remember anything really good that my parents said when I was a kid. So I'm not going to share those because they're just, you know, it's Thanksgiving. It's time to be happy and all that. So I'm going to forego that one. And then the second one was other reflections. And the third one was reflecting on things that, you know, you had as a kid that are no longer around and sort of remembering those. And last night I'm lying in bed thinking of a couple of things, and today I can only remember one of them. I know. I'm hopeful that when I'm talking about the other one, I'll remember the one I forgot. The one I can remember is from high school. My junior and senior year, my homeroom classes were government and art, respectively, 11th and 12th grade. And I guess, I don't know if it was because my homeroom teacher in government was a coach, because they're usually they're either like super strict or super laid back. And the soccer coach was super laid back, which was cool for us because he let us chew gum and drink sodas and stuff in class, and you know, we thought we were all that. But his classroom was behind the gym. There was a room, and our classroom was in there. And right outside of our room was a Coke machine. So when homeroom, you know, we had like 10 or 15 minutes of homeroom that he just let us sort of do whatever. And he says, you know, go get a soda. So we would obviously go do that because we thought we were cool. And the dog is barking. And the same was true for art homeroom. There was a soda machine right around the corner. So, you know, our teacher let us go get a drink, although, you know, we couldn't let anybody see us bring it in because it wasn't cool, but, you know, the teachers were, and we got to do that. But my favorite thing I remember about that was I loved having, I know this is crazy, double mint gum and a Coke. There was something about the combination of flavors that was delightful. And I enjoyed that. And I also probably associated with that the good times, because 11th and 12th grade were fun times for me. So I have a very positive connection with those two flavors. And I just loved having a piece of gum and a Coke. I know, the simple things. I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, Double Mint changed the formula. They made it longer lasting, but in doing so, they changed the taste of it a little bit. They put these flavor crystals in it, and the texture changed and the flavor changed slightly. And it wasn't the same. I actually quit chewing it because it was just a disappointment. There was a hint of the old flavor, but the whatever they did in the process to make it last longer, which I thought it lasted long enough prior to that, it just didn't taste the same. So it was very disappointing. So the other memory I have about double mint gum was my mom chewed that when we were kids, and she always kept the double pack in her room in a drawer. And we would ask her for gum every once in a while, and she would say, you know, bring me the pack, and then she would pull it out and cut it in half and give my sister and myself, you know, each half. And we would look at each other like, half a piece of gum? Are you serious? How rude. But, you know, you don't tempt moms because she could cut off the gum supply at any time. So we had to abide by the ridiculousness of a half piece. But we did. And, you know, we couldn't steal the gum because also I think we would have not been allowed to have any more gum. So her gum was off limits, although occasionally I would sneak in and take one, but I had to time it right because you couldn't take it if the pack was too new. She would notice a piece missing and she would know it was us. So I figured after 4 pieces were gone, she wouldn't notice one extra missing. But then you also had to be careful when you got to the end because any fewer than 4 or 5 and she would notice one missing from that as well. So I had a little window of, you know, play on taking a piece, which I did not do very often because, you know, the wrath of my mom was feared by many. I don't remember the other thing that I was reflecting on. Well, I need to go back to prepping for tomorrow's meal. Talk to you guys later. Bye!